Happy February 2nd. Happy Tuesday. Hope you all had a nice night's sleep. Get this up here a little more. There we go. All right. Let's do our devotions for today. Hey, Cindy. Brr, I'm cold this morning. I got a hoodie. I got two hoodies on. I got a hooded long sleeve t-shirt, a hoodie. It is cold. It's Groundhog Day today. Oh, man. Groundhog's going to freeze to death up here in Maine. We get a winter storm warning coming. We're going to get another foot of snow. Not today, but in another day or so. I'm ready for summer, y'all. Or to move to the tropics, one or the other. All right, February 2nd. Moses' return to Egypt. Exodus 4, 18 through 31, which is 1446 or 1280 BC. Let's start off the video, right, with a good chug. So Moses went back home to Jethro, his father-in-law. Please let me return to my relatives in Egypt. Moses said, I don't even know if they are still alive. Go in peace, Jethro replied. Before Moses left Midian, the Lord said to him, return to Egypt, for all those who wanted to kill you have died. So Moses took his wife and sons and put them on a donkey and headed back to the land of Egypt. In his hand he carried the staff of God. And the Lord told Moses, when you arrive back in Egypt, go to Pharaoh and perform all the miracles I have empowered you to do. But I will harden his heart, so he will refuse to let the people go. Then you will tell him, this is what the Lord says. Israel is my firstborn son. I commanded you, let my son go, so he can worship me. But since you have refused, I will now kill your firstborn son. On the way to Egypt, at a place where Moses and his family had stopped for the night, the Lord confronted him and was about to kill him. But Moses' wife, Zipporah, took a flint knife and circumcised her son. She touched his feet with the foreskin and said, now you are a bridegroom of blood to me. When she said a bridegroom of blood, she was referring to the circumcision. After that, the Lord left him alone. Now the Lord had said to Aaron, go out into the wilderness to meet Moses. So Aaron went and met Moses at the mountain of God, and he embraced him. Moses then told Aaron everything the Lord had commanded him to say, and he told him about the miraculous signs the Lord had commanded him to perform. Then Moses and Aaron returned to Egypt and called the elders of Israel together. And Aaron told them everything the Lord had told Moses, and Moses performed the miraculous signs they had watched, as they watched. Then the people of Israel were convinced that the Lord had sent Moses and Aaron. When they heard that the Lord was concerned about them and had seen their misery, they bowed down and worshipped. Moses and Aaron speak to Pharaoh, Exodus 5, 1 through 5. After this presentation to Israel's leaders, Moses and Aaron went and spoke to Pharaoh. They told him, this is what the Lord, the God of Israel, says. Let my people go, so they may hold a festival in my honor in the wilderness. Is that so? Retorted Pharaoh. And who is this Lord? Why should I listen to him and let Israel go? I don't know the Lord, and I will not let Israel go. But Aaron and Moses persisted. The God of the Hebrews has met with us, they declared. Let us take a 3-day journey into the wilderness, so we can offer sacrifices to the Lord our God. If we don't, he will kill us with a plague of the sword. Pharaoh replied, Moses and Aaron, why are you distracting the people from their tasks? Get back to work. Look, there are many of your people in the land, and you are stopping them from their work. Making bricks without straw, Exodus 5, 6 through 23. That same day, Pharaoh sent this order to the Egyptian slave drivers and the Israelite foremen. Do not supply any more straw for making bricks. Make the people get it themselves, but still require them to make the same number of bricks as before. Do not reduce the quota. They are lazy. That's why they are crying, let us go and offer sacrifices to our God. Load them down with more and more work. Make them sweat. That will teach them to listen to lies. So the slave driver and foreman went out and told the people, this is what Pharaoh says. I will not provide any more straw for you. Go and get it yourselves. Find it wherever you can. But you must produce just as many bricks as before. So the people scattered throughout the land of Egypt in search of stubble to use as straw. Meanwhile, the Egyptian slave drivers continued to push hard. Meet your daily quota of bricks just as you did when we provided you with straw, they demanded. Then they whipped the Israelite foreman they put in charge of the work crews. Why haven't you met your quotas yesterday or today? They demanded. So the Israelite foreman went to Pharaoh and pleaded with him. Please don't treat your servants like this, they begged. We have been given no straw, but the slave drivers still demand to make bricks. We are beaten, but it isn't our own fault. Your own people are to blame. But Pharaoh shouted, You're just lazy, lazy. That is why you're saying, Let us go and offer sacrifices to the Lord. Now get back to work. No straw will be given to you, but you must still produce the full quota of bricks. The Israelite foreman could see that they were in serious trouble when they were told, You must not reduce the number of bricks you make each day. As they left Pharaoh's court, they confronted Moses and Aaron, who were waiting outside for them. The foreman said to them, May the Lord judge and punish you for making us stink before Pharaoh and his officials. You have put a sword into their hands and an excuse to kill us. Then Moses went back to the Lord and protested, Why have you brought all this trouble on your own people, Lord? Why did you send me? Ever since I came to Pharaoh as your spokesman, he has been even more brutal to your people, and you have done nothing to rescue them. Promises of deliverance, Exodus 6, 1 through 13. Then the Lord told Moses, Now you will see what I will do to Pharaoh. When he feels the force of my strong hand, he will let my people go. In fact, he will force them to leave this land. And God said to Moses, I am Yahweh, the Lord. I appeared to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob as El Shaddai, God Almighty. But I did not reveal my name, Yahweh, to them, and I reaffirmed my covenant with them. Under its terms, I promised to give them the land of Canaan, where they were living as foreigners. You can be sure that I have heard the groans of the people of Israel, who are now slaves to the Egyptians, and I am well aware of my covenant with them. Therefore, say to the people of Israel, I am the Lord. I will free you from your oppression and will rescue you from your slavery in Egypt. I will redeem you with a powerful arm and great acts of judgment. I will claim you as my own people, and I will be your God. Then you will know that I am the Lord your God, who has freed you from your oppression in Egypt. I will bring you into the land I swore to give Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. I will give it to you as your very own possession. I am the Lord. So Moses told the people of Israel what the Lord had said, but they refused to listen anymore. They had become too discouraged by the brutality of their slavery. Then the Lord said to Moses, Go back to Pharaoh, the king of Egypt, and tell him to let the people of Israel leave this country. But Lord, Moses objected, my own people won't listen to me anymore. How can I expect Pharaoh to listen? I'm such a clumsy speaker. But the Lord spoke to Moses and Aaron and gave them orders for the Israelites and for Pharaoh, the king of Egypt. The Lord commanded Moses and Aaron to lead the people of Israel out of Egypt. The ancestors of Moses and Aaron, Exodus 6, 14 through 30. These are the ancestors of some of the clans of Israel. The sons of Reuben, Israel's oldest son, were Hanok, Palu, Hezron, and Carmi. The descendants became the clans of Reuben. The sons of Simeon were Jemuel, Jamin, Ohad, Jachin, Zohar, and Shaul. Shaul's mother was a Canaanite woman. Their descendants became the clan of Simeon. These are the descendants of Levi, as listed in their family records. The sons of Levi were Gershon, Kohath, and Merari. Levi lived to be 137 years old. The descendants of Gershon include Libni and Shimei, each of whom became ancestors of a clan. The descendants of Kohath included Amram, Izhar, Hebron, and Uzziel. Kohath lived to be 133 years old. The descendants of Merari included Mali and Mushi. These are the clans of the Levites, as listed in their family records. Amram married his father's sister Jochebed, and she gave birth to his sons, Aaron and Moses. Amram lived to be 137 years old. The sons of Izhar were Korah, Nepheg, and Zikri. The sons of Uzziel were Mishael, Elizaphan, and Sithri. Aaron married Elisheba, the daughter of Amminadab, and the sister of Nahshon, and she gave birth to his sons, Nadab, Abihu, Eleazar, and Ithamar. The sons of Korah were Aser, Elkanah, and Abiasaph. The descendants became the clans of Korah. Eleazar, son of Aaron, married one of the daughters of Putiel, and she gave birth to a son, Phinehas. These are the ancestors of the Levite families listed according to their clans. The Aaron and Moses named in this list are the same ones whom the Lord said, "Lead the people of Israel out of the land of Egypt like an army." It was Moses and Aaron who spoke to Pharaoh, the king of Egypt, about leading the people of Israel out of Egypt. When the Lord spoke to Moses in the land of Egypt, he said to them, "I am the Lord. Tell Pharaoh, the king of Egypt, everything I am telling you." But Moses argued with the Lord, saying, "I can't do it. I'm such a clumsy speaker. Why would Pharaoh listen to me?" Aaron's staff becomes a snake. Exodus 7 1 through 13. Then the Lord said to Moses, "Pay close attention to this. I will make you seem like God to Pharaoh and your brother Aaron. You will be a prophet. Tell Aaron everything I command you, and Aaron must command Pharaoh to let the people of Israel leave his country. But I will make Pharaoh's heart stubborn, so I can multiply my miraculous signs and wonders in the land of Egypt. Even then, Pharaoh will refuse to listen to you. So I will bring down my fist on Egypt. Then I will rescue my forces, my people, the Israelites, from the land of Egypt with great acts of judgment. When I raise my powerful hand and bring out the Israelites, the Egyptians will know that I am the Lord." So Moses and Aaron did just as the Lord had commanded them. Moses was 80 years old, and Aaron was 83 when they made their demands to Pharaoh. For some reason, I always had in my head, always, that Aaron was Moses' little brother. And now I just learned Aaron is Moses' older brother. Moses is the little brother. And that just totally freaked me out, and I don't know why, because I've always pictured Aaron as the little brother. Where was I? Then the Lord said to Moses and Aaron, "Pharaoh will demand, 'Show me a miracle.' When he does this, say to Aaron, 'Take your staff and throw it down in front of Pharaoh, and it will become a serpent.'" So Moses and Aaron went to Pharaoh and did what the Lord commanded them. Aaron threw his staff down before Pharaoh and his officials, and it became a serpent. Then Pharaoh called in his own wise men and sorcerers, and the Egyptian magicians did the same thing with their magic. Dark magic, evil. They threw down their staffs, which also became serpents. But then Aaron's staff swallowed up their staffs. Pharaoh's heart, however, remained hard. He still refused to listen, just as the Lord had predicted. And that's why Pharaoh's about to get it with all the plagues coming up tomorrow. I almost think we go through, if I remember right, the next one goes through all the plagues, or a lot of them. Not all of them, but Pharaoh gonna get his. No, I can't imagine seeing that, Sarah. I wouldn't want to see a snake that was just there naturally, let alone one that came from a staff. I'd be like, "Whatever you want, sir. As you were, you may go. Take your staff and your snake and your people. Peace out." I would not make a very powerful pharaoh. I'd scream like a girl. Well, because I am. Plus, that golden thing they wear on their head would look silly. It would mess up my hair. Yes, Jesse and Donna Smith. This is the 1-year chronological Bible, the New Living Translation, and it just goes straight through the Bible in the order that it took place instead of the traditional order. It just goes chronological, and it's all the Bible is in here. It's just chronologically placed, and so it makes it a lot easier to read as far as a devotional. You can't search things in it. It's hard to look up verses, but that's not what it's meant for. It's meant to be a daily devotional reading, and it's awesome. I love it. This is my second time through it. I bought it for my daughter. I think I'm going to have to buy another one. I bought it. I was going to read every day and pray for her, and I was going to write notes. And it's got some coloring things in there. And then I was going to give it to her. And then I started this, and now it's my second time through it. So I am going to do that with another one, though. All right. Let's do our Trim Healthy Mama 100 Days of Inspiration. So we are on day 33. What is up with that caption? It looks totally different. There we go. Not that it matters, it just looks different. So we're on day 33 in this. Before we know it, we are going to be done this book. We are going to fly through this in exactly 67 more days. Oh, spammer. Yeah, stupid spammer on the YouTube. Go away. When I'm done this, I'm going to be looking for another devotional that we can follow along together, that are short, kind of simple devotionals that we can read together. If you have a suggestion, let me know, because I do have to reach out and get permission to read online, to read somebody's copyright material. So if you have a suggestion, send it to me in the comments on YouTube or send me a message. Either way. All right, day 33. 2 special times. We make 2 special times each day to take the time out from our busy lives to come into the presence of the Lord, to listen to his word, and to speak to him. These times are our morning and evening family devotions. It seems to me that this is the very least we can give to God in our daily family life. When we each have a turn to pray, I am so glad for the opportunity to thank God again out loud for his great salvation, and that Jesus was willing to take upon himself my sin and the sin of the world. I don't think that we will ever, with our finite minds, be able to comprehend the enormity of the great salvation that has been given to us. Even our morning and evening devotions each day are not enough to thank him. It will take all eternity to give honor to the Lamb who was slain for the foundation of the world. May our lives be worthy of his dying for us. To have this in our heads throughout the day will make a difference to us personally and how we live and act. Make sure you have your 2 special times each day in your family too. Nancy. Companion of fools. He that walks with wise men shall be wise, but a companion of fools will be destroyed. Proverbs 13:20. We have a neighbor who became a great friend of ours. She was in her early 20s and was naturally inclined to healthy foods. She never struggled with her weight until she took a new job. In less than a year, she'd put on close to 40 pounds and came to us distraught. The gals at her work were always on some sort of diet and would binge on donuts in the afternoon after the diet shake lunches or calorie restricted breakfasts. She found herself commiserating with her friends and joining in with the donut pity parties. Her new sugar addiction went beyond the donut splurges at work. She'd start to binge on sugar in the evenings, too. We encouraged her with many ideas for healthy sweet treats she could take to work or eat in the evening. But in the end, if that job and the influence of her coworkers were going to be the undoing of her health, an hourly rate was not worth it. We are not advising anyone to cut off relationships over food, but if Friday nights with the girls at Dairy Queen are your undoing for the rest of the week, then design other times to get together with those friends that don't center around destructive food events. Get proactive about changing the scenery. That is so ridiculously important. I have said it. Oh, my eyelashes all of a sudden just got stuck together, and now I feel this big clump. I have said it over and over and over. You have to know your slope. And if your slope includes donuts in the afternoon at work, messing with your entire week, your whole week's gone because you ate donuts at work and now you're like sugar binging, then you've got to find a way to say no to those donuts. You can't take a little bite and be okay. For me, I have a donut and it is all over. I'm ordering Chinese. I'm picking up McDonald's on the way home. I know my slope. I have figured out my slope, and girl, it is not a slope. It is a flippin' cliff. And I know that about myself. Even now, I'm on day 494. Okay? 494 with nothing off plan. If I were to eat something off plan today, 494 days later, I can guarantee you it would turn into a day of off plan foods. And you have to know that about yourself. It would turn into a weekend or a week or 494 days. That is just how That's just how it is for me. And you have to know that about yourself. And if, that doesn't mean you're not having treats, you're not having goodies. I eat cake every day, for crying out loud, this week. So far, I've had cake Monday, Tuesday, and about to be Wednesday. I had it twice yesterday. I ain't ashamed to admit it. Last night after supper, I try not to have sweets after supper, but last night I needed something, and I had a little piece of cake. I'm eating sweets. I'm getting my treats. My slope is too steep to do the Dairy Queen that she's talking about. And that doesn't mean I don't get to enjoy good things. But you have to decide what's more important. That crazy blizzard at Dairy Queen that probably tastes like pure sugar because now you're not used to eating it, or staying on plan, which is going to give you a better outcome. Just how so strong you are. I don't know, Mallory. I wouldn't call it strength. I really wouldn't. I'd call it accountability. It's the accountability of friends. It's the accountability of you guys. It's my counter on my phone. I am not strong. Honestly, if I didn't have the accountability of y'all and the commitment to tell you guys when I eat off plan, if I eat off plan, then I would have gone face first into that bag of French fries that's in my freezer right now, screaming at me. I can hear it. It's talking to me. It's saying, eat me. Don't save me for your daughter. Come fry me right now. And I have to say, shut up, at least 457 times a day. Okay. I do it for him. I shouldn't worry about my health. I shouldn't work out in order to feel more empowered than others. I shouldn't wish to look my best for my own vanity. I shouldn't spend hours surfing Google about health and fitness just for my information alone. I do all of that, but I don't want to do it just for me. My body is made of dust. Someday I will return to dust. We're all going to die eventually. Why should I obsess about something that's only temporary? There are people who are under their rule of their own bodies. I want to help free them. Someday, I may no longer be a single girl looking out for myself and will have my own family. My health will depend on my health. My family will depend on my health. Although I am just dust, this dust has miraculously been made into a temple, and I will polish it until it shines if it is able. I will clean it up and take care of it so that it can function. This temple is not my own, though the upkeep is my responsibility. I don't do it just for me. I do it for those who depend on me, and I do it for him. Meadow. All right, guys. Yep. I've got to suck down this coffee. Or choke to death on it, one or the other. Thanks for joining me this morning. I will not be live for breakfast in the traditional, that's not the word I meant, on YouTube and the regular face space this morning. I will only be live in my coaching group. So if you are part of my coaching group, be looking for me to go live over there in just a few minutes. I am going to make noodle therapy this morning. If you haven't had it, you are not going to want to miss this. Just trust me. You're going to want it. I am looking forward to noodle therapy for breakfast. Although the last 2 days I've had Asian flavored breakfast, I'm going to have it day 3. Look at the hiccups. So I hope to see you over there if you're part of my coaching group. If you're not, I'm sorry. You'll see me tomorrow. I'll be back live tomorrow for more whatever. I think tomorrow I'm going to make rice pudding type breakfast with berries. I'm a little scared, to be honest. I love my miracle noodles, but I've not had them in anything sweet. So tomorrow's going to be the day that I do that. I hope to see you there. If not, I'll see you back for devotions. I mean, I said that wrong. If not, then if not. I hope to see you back tomorrow morning is what I'm trying to say. Have a blessed day today. Stay on plan. I love you all, and I will see you back tomorrow morning.